Good evening, campers, and welcome aboard the Starship Nightwish. I'm Commander Exorcist, and it is time, once again, for Talk O Tuesday. Welcome to my weekly Elite Dangerous show, where I pick a Galnet article, read it, and talk about it, primarily from a lore perspective, but I will break the fourth wall if necessary. Now, I have a feeling, based on today's topic, it might be a little bit necessary to break the fourth wall, but we will see how that goes. Hey, listen, before we get started, I just want to say thank you for your continued support of this show and this channel and my content. If you enjoy what I do, consider subscribing to the channel, clicking the little bell icon, the like button on the video, and leaving a comment. All of that interaction helps the channel immensely. It feeds the almighty algorithm and helps us grow a little bit. I am this close to passing 3,000 subscribers, and I would like to push past that milestone. It's an exciting achievement, and I'm so close, and I would appreciate any support that I can get. If a lot of my traffic, a lot of the people that watch this channel aren't subscribed, and I used to hear people on YouTube say that, and I was like, okay, yeah, I was subscribed to that, but that's a real thing. Like, a lot of the people that watch and comment aren't subscribed. So take an opportunity, if you could, subscribe to the channel. I do weekly uploads, Elite Dangerous and other stuff. Try to keep it space themed on this channel as much as possible. So now that we got that out of the way, just a quick plug for myself. It's been an interesting week in Elite Dangerous. Actually, it's been an interesting 2 weeks because it's been a slow one. We had the destruction of the Titans. We had Tyrannus and Legong. We thought we were going to see the end of Oya. Well, we did not see that. I know that the effort is ongoing in the AX community to continue to wear down Oya to where people can get in and do legitimate bombing runs that have an effect on the overall condition of the ship. So that's exciting. That's coming soon. But it's been difficult recently because what we got is we got the new frameshift drive. That's right. So we've been talking about this a little bit on this show and in the community. It's kind of been hinted at with Galnet that Achilles Aerospace was working on a new frameshift drive. Finally, a competitor to Sirius Corporation, who basically owns the monopoly on frameshift drives. And so this technology is a hybrid of the Titan drive technology, what we called the Stargoids. We could see them months and months before they arrived in the bubble, and we watched them fly by. This technology is a hybrid from what we've recovered from the Titan Rex. And so we got this stuff. We got the new module, and it is crazy. It's crazy. And that's actually what we're going to talk about in today's article. Achilles unleashes the Formula One frameshift drive. Says commanders across the galaxy rushed this week to high-tech star systems to purchase the new frameshift drive produced by Achilles Aerospace. The new module, known as the Supercruise Overcharged Drive, is marketed by the company as a prototype. I think that was done for liability reasons because that thing absolutely is a prototype. It is a fuel hog. And when I say fuel hog, basically your fuel is going to be gone in like 10 seconds of using this thing. It's also got some heat problems. We'll talk a little bit more about the heat problems because there's actually been some interesting research done by the elite community that potentially ties heat generation to game performance, which is really weird, but that's the life we live. And its designers have advised users to exercise caution when using the new Thargoid hybrid technology. So, Achilles Aerospace created a module, threw it out there and said, hey, guess what, guys? Have at it. Just know it's a prototype. So if it blows up, melts your face off, or transports you to the Andromeda Galaxy, we are not responsible, not liable. You cannot call your local injury attorney lawyer to represent you. Achilles representative Thurston Reynolds told Vox Galactica, "We're proud of our new overcharged frameshift technology. Our engineers have put dozens of hours into making it work. Dozens. And now it's in the hands of commanders across the galaxy. We're excited to learn what it actually does. Congratulations, Achilles Aerospace, for potentially killing thousands of people in the push for scientific research in the old school way. Just slap it on the back of a car and turn it on and see what happens. The SCO Drive initiative is a result of commanders pouring hundreds of hours into farming materials at the Titan Tyrannus ruins. Chief Technology Correspondent for Vox Galactica, Herschel McGinnis, had this to say about the farming effort. I just hope that Achilles put more work into developing this drive than we did collecting materials. Now, it was about 2 weeks worth of collecting materials from the Thargoid Titans, and so people would collect the materials, put them in their ships, and carry them back to wherever the CG was, and they would sell those materials and contribute to the overall goal of providing Achilles Aerospace with what they needed to build this drive. So, if you want to complain about the drive being dangerous, you have only yourself to blame, because you all of you, gathered the Thargoid materials and you gave them to this company. Now, you might have got a ship skin out of them, or a ship kit, or whatever your gift was, but you did this to yourselves. You brought this destruction upon yourselves by providing these materials to Achilles Aerospace, so you have no one to blame but yourselves. Sirius Corporation refused to provide a representative to be interviewed for this article, but did provide a statement. Let's see what... I'm sure Sirius is upset, because, the Thargoid... not the Thargoid, but the frameshift drive itself, the original, the one that we used to, explore the galaxy since Elite Dangerous came, it's Sirius technology. Seriously, it is built by Sirius. They're the ones that built this thing. And so they've had kind of a monopoly. And it's really weird that they have had that monopoly for so long. And in an environment where, you want to go faster and you want to go further, there hasn't really been any competition. And I'm for one, despite its unusual functioning and, kind of dangerous functioning, I'm kind of impressed with Achilles Aerospace kind of taking the lead on this. What's to say that we won't see other companies stepping up to maybe produce frameshift modules or other frameshift drives or whatever, because at this point, those materials are out there for the picking. It's not like, Sirius has a hold on them, or Achilles has. If anybody wants to go out and get those materials and bring them in and do research on other drives, it's possible that, we could see new drives being built. I doubt it, but it's worth wondering about. So Sirius has to say that we at Sirius find it unconscionable that Achilles would release such a dangerous prototype to the general public. Hey, congratulations, Sirius. We appreciate the fact that they say their reckless disregard for human lives puts us to shame. Oh, yeah. Sirius Corporation is evil. Pretty much all of those corporations are evil in their own way. And so Achilles has really raised the bar on the evil scale by releasing a frameshift drive that legitimately blows up the ships it's on. So, yeah. Reports of the drive's success from across the bubble have been mixed, and they have. Now, in all seriousness in the community, I've seen positives and negatives. There's already been challenges and people, and Alec Turner's out there trying to figure out how fast he can get to Hutton Orbital with this thing. There's plenty of people doing things like that, trying to see how far they can get, how they can expand their fuel, reduce their fuel consumption, or do little things to modify their ships. It is a prototype, and when I say prototype in our terms, I don't think it's going to change much, but I think the ability for us to possibly engineer this thing or add modules to our ships that maybe increase its range or reduce the heat creation or other things that make it dangerous at the moment, we're going to be able to reduce those factors and potentially make our ships go faster and further. It's just a matter of time. And so, the reactions have been mixed. I've seen some people out there that absolutely think this thing is a joke. They don't like it. They hate it. Of course, there's always people like that. And then there's some people that think this is the coolest thing ever. And then there's the people in the middle. Yours truly, I'm kind of in the middle. To be honest with you, because I'm not really sure what I can use this for. I can see this being used possibly by people looking to pirate ships or if you're looking to avoid interdictions or whatever, if there's other things, there's utility to this drive. I just don't think that we have, as a community, have determined what that is yet. But I'm looking forward to it because I have no doubts that the Elite Dangerous community will figure it out, and we will know soon what is going to happen and what those drives will be best suited for. As with anything else, Frontier may have created these drives with a certain idea in mind for us to use them. We usually don't do that, though. We usually find our own way of using the things that they provide for us. So it says, in one particularly unusual case, federal rescue authorities are continuing to search for the escape pod of former federal presidential candidate El Presidente, whose Soundkruger Dolphin disintegrated while experimenting with the new drive. Okay, so that's a lot of wasted resources right there, Federation, but you do you. I just hope that Medicorp isn't in on this. Okay, so the joke is up. This is not a real Galnet article. This is my Galnet article. We are in a content drought, to be perfectly honest with you all. We don't get regular Galnet articles anymore like we used to, and I'm not sure what to do about that because I want to continue to do Taco Tuesday. I think it's fun. I enjoy it, and it's kind of a cool way to kind of sit down and update on the community. So what I have decided to do is when Frontier fails, and I mean this, fails to provide us something like this. This took me 10 minutes to come up with. And so I'm going to start doing my own. And so Taco Tuesday, if there is not a Galnet article, there will be. There will be, because I'm going to start working on my own. But this is kind of a realistic perspective, though, on what's really going on out there. This is not obviously how it would be printed, but this is the realistic aspect of it. I'm pretty sure Sirius would be like, "Wow, you guys released a death drive, the Achilles kill drive," and they're just proud of it. So, and then El Presidente, I'm sure he's fine wherever he is. I'm sure he's fine. I just hope nobody's found his cargo pod yet. So, so it's unfortunate, and it's to me it's kind of disheartening, but it's happened before, and it's something that us in the community we've kind of learned to live with. Galnet has always been fickle. It's always been something that it comes and goes, and so I think we're kind of in a low point. And part of that is the preparation for the next stage of the game, and we had this happen before for some of our major releases. So, but yeah, the Formula 1 Achilles Kill supercharged, overcharged frameshift drive is really cool. I did a video with El Presidente where he flew the thing, and just to kind of show you how dangerous it is. Now, speaking of danger, there is some information out there, and I've seen this happen with more than one person, and so I feel comfortable at least mentioning it. There's potential that the heat generation for the Super Cruise overcharged drive is tied to your frame rate. So as an experiment, I encourage you, go out there and set your game's frame rate limit to 30 FPS. You're not going to die. You're not going to have a stroke, and you can still play the game at 30 FPS. You'll be fine. But set it to 30 FPS and then engage that thing and see what happens. You'll notice a marked difference in how long it takes the heat to generate and how much further you can go. So, just a little bit of a tidbit. There's a lot of videos out there if you guys want to find it. I'm not really going to link to any of it. It's just kind of a thing. I don't know if that's something Frontier's going to work on or if that's just kind of an intended function or feature that they're going to keep in there. So, I'm hoping that we get back to regular articles, but if not, I'm going to keep going because there's always something happening in this community. There's always something weird like this. And so I am going to appropriate the Vox Galactica name, add a couple of folks. I've created Thurston Reynolds and Herschel McGinnis, tried to create some British-sounding people. And then and I'll be working on articles like this. So if there is no Taco Tuesday content available from Frontier, you can count on Commander Exorcist to come up with something himself. Hey, everybody. These are the disciples. These are the people that keep this channel running and keep me continuing to do the things that I do, and I really appreciate it. If you would like to support this channel, do all the things that I said at the beginning, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And you can go to patreon.com/Commander Exorcist. And I do monthly vlogs where you can get some really deep insight into kind of what I'm thinking and what I'm working on here on the channel. I also do occasional behind-the-scenes stuff, talk about how I make certain content, especially with Out There and other things. So it's an opportunity for you to contribute and for me to give back to the community as best I can. And that is going to be it, everybody. That is our Taco Tuesday for today. The frameshift drive is here, the Super Cruise overcharge drive. Again, the community is doing some amazing science with it. We're finding out new things, including how it's linked to certain game performance items, and so we're researching that. But I cannot wait to see how the community breaks down the actual usage of the drive and finds a way for us to use it effectively for whatever, whether it's exploration, piracy, or war fighting, whatever. It's coming. It is coming. I 100% believe it, and I can't wait to see what it is. Hey, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there. Good night, everybody.